Have you ever wondered about the story behind Hanukkah? It's not just about lighting candles and eating lots. It's a powerful tale of faith, rebellion, and a fight for freedom, all captured in the books of 1 and 2 Maccabees. These books, found in the Catholic and Orthodox Bibles, tell one of the most dramatic stories in Jewish history. Let's set the scene. It's the 2nd century BC, and Judea is under the control of the Seleucid Empire, led by King Antiochus IV Epiphanes. Now, Antiochus wasn't just a regular ruler. He had a grand vision of uniting his kingdom under Greek culture, a process called Hellenization. He wanted everyone to worship Greek gods, speak Greek, and adopt Greek customs. For many Jews, this was a direct attack on their identity and their covenant with God. The tension reached a boiling point when Antiochus marched into Jerusalem, desecrated the Holy Temple, and even set up an altar to Zeus. He outlawed Jewish practices like circumcision and observing the Sabbath, punishing those who disobeyed with death. It was a dark time. People were forced to choose between their faith and their life. But in the small town of Modin, a priest named Mattathias refused to bow. When a royal official tried to force him to sacrifice to a pagan god, Mattathias not only refused, but took a stand, sparking a rebellion. With his 5 sons, John, Simon, Judas, Eleazar, and Jonathan, he fled to the hills, calling out, "Let everyone who is zealous for the law and supports the covenant come out with me." This was the beginning of the Maccabean revolt. After Mattathias' death, his son Judas took command. He was a brilliant military strategist, and they called him Maccabeus, which means the hammer, and a hammer he was. Against all odds, Judas and his small band of guerrilla fighters won stunning victories against the massive, well-equipped Seleucid armies. They fought not just with swords, but with an unshakable faith that God was on their side. Their greatest triumph came when they recaptured Jerusalem. They entered the Holy Temple, which had been defiled and abandoned, and immediately began to cleanse and rededicate it. According to tradition, they found only enough consecrated oil to light the menorah for 1 day. Miraculously, the oil burned for 8 days, the time needed to prepare more. This is the miracle of Hanukkah, the festival of lights, a celebration of the temple's rededication and the enduring light of faith in the face of darkness. The story doesn't end there. The fight for independence continued for years. Judas eventually fell in battle, and his brothers, Jonathan and Simon, took over leadership, continuing the struggle. Through diplomacy and continued warfare, Simon finally achieved what they had fought for so long: an independent Jewish state. The books of 1 and 2 Maccabees tell this incredible story from slightly different perspectives. 1 Maccabees is more of a straightforward historical account, focusing on the military and political events. To Maccabees, on the other hand, is a more theological work. It emphasizes God's intervention, the importance of martyrdom, and includes powerful stories of faithful Jews who chose death over betraying their beliefs, like the story of the mother and her 7 sons. Together, these books paint a vivid picture of a people pushed to their limits, who chose to fight for their religious freedom rather than let their traditions be erased. It's a timeless story of courage, conviction, and the belief that even in the darkest of times, a small light can overcome the shadows. So, the next time you hear about Hanukkah, remember the Maccabees. Remember the priest who said no, the hammer who led the charge, and the ordinary people who became heroes for their faith. Their story is a powerful reminder of the cost of freedom and the resilience of the human spirit. Thanks for watching. If you found this story inspiring, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into fascinating stories. See you next time.